If you just crushed 5 interview rounds at big tech only to get hit with a down-leveling offer 1 tier below what you applied for, you are not alone. Most external candidates assume that getting down-leveled means they failed a lead code question or tripped up on syntax, but that is almost never the case. In reality, Faang hiring loops operate on strict, highly specific operational bands that evaluate your scope of ownership rather than your ability to invert a binary tree. When a candidate with 6 years of experience applies for a senior role, the hiring committee isn't asking if they can code. They are measuring whether the candidate operates as an execution engine or an architecture leader. Understanding how each of these companies actually maps its levels is the only way to protect your level and your compensation package before you ever walk into the room. To navigate the system, you first need a level Rosetta Stone because level numbers do not mean the same thing across company borders. A common mistake is assuming that an Amazon L4 is equivalent to a Google L4. In reality, big tech engineering levels follow a strict cross-company equivalence mapping where Google L3 maps to Meta E3 and Amazon L4. Moving up one notch, Google L4 aligns directly with Meta E4 and Amazon L5 as SDE to mid-level roles. Finally, senior status lands at Google L5, Meta E5, and Amazon L6. If you walk into an Amazon interview treating an L4 role like a mid-level position, you are calibrated entirely wrong from minute one. Each tier represents a completely different mental model of how much supervision you require to deliver business value. Let us break down the entry tier, which covers Google L3, Meta E3, and Amazon L4. At this foundational tier, your core mental model is simple. You are a ticket executor. The company expects you to serve as an execution engine that turns clearly defined specifications into working code while learning internal infrastructure. Hiring committees treat engineers at this level with extensive guidance and hand-holding, expecting you to tackle tightly scoped tasks that take less than 2 weeks. You are not expected to design multi-service architectures or push back on product managers. Your sole job is to demonstrate strong baseline engineering craft, fix bug tickets, write clean tests, and ask for help before you spend 3 days staring at a broken pipeline. Once you step up to mid-level, covering Google L4, Meta E4, and Amazon L5, the mental model shifts to feature owner. Here, the hand-holding stops completely. You are given a bounded problem, meaning a clearly defined feature with known requirements, and you are expected to own its end-to-end delivery without a senior engineer checking your pull requests every afternoon. If you want to master designing these product systems without hitting a wall, check out Grokking System Design 1, or spin up an interactive course in 60 seconds using Fenzo AI. Links for both are right down in the description. At this mid-level tier, you drive technical decisions within your immediate code base, but your blast radius remains confined to your immediate team. Now, here is where company policy completely splits the industry in half. A major myth is that Meta E4 allows engineers to stay comfortably without promotion pressure, just like mid-level roles at other tech giants. That is dead wrong. Meta enforces an explicit up or out policy with strict promotion deadlines, giving E3 engineers a maximum of 24 months to reach E4 and exactly 33 months to move from E4 to E5 or face termination. On the flip side, Google and Amazon operate terminal levels at mid-level. At Google L4 or Amazon L5, you hit a safe harbor where you can stay indefinitely, write great code, and earn a top-tier paycheck without a ticking career clock forcing you into management or senior scoping. When you reach the senior tier, covering Google L5, Meta E5, and Amazon L6, your mental model transforms into ambiguity resolver. Another massive misconception is that senior engineers spend the majority of their time writing individual lines of code. In truth, an L5 engineer converts vague corporate objectives into concrete technical blueprints. Your primary metric is resolving ambiguity and driving cross-functional XFN alignment across product managers, data scientists, and neighboring tech leads. If you are prepping for this exact transition, grab the Advanced System Design Interview L5LA6 guide linked in the description. Senior engineers win by multiplying the output of the engineers around them, establishing architectural standards, and preventing catastrophic technical debt before a single line of code is written. So why do so many qualified external candidates get hit with down-leveling during the interview process. It almost always happens inside the system design interview, which serves as the ultimate calibration filter separating L4 from L5 candidates. Many applicants assume system design interviews only evaluate technical components like caching layers and databases. That assumption will cost you $50,000. The primary failure mode leading to external downleveling occurs when a candidate rushes into technical solutions without spending 8 to 10 minutes upfront clarifying ambiguous scale requirements and metric definitions. Rushing directly to draw database schemas signals an L4 feature mindset rather than an L5 architectural ownership mindset. The second reason hiring committees downlevel external applicants is a complete lack of cross-functional XFN signal. If you deliver an uninterrupted 40-minute system design monologue without checking assumptions or collaborating with your interviewer, the committee marks you down for failing to demonstrate senior leadership. Hiring committees actively look for evidence of large organizational scope. When an applicant with 8 years of experience shows up with a resume full of isolated feature tickets and zero proof of cross-team technical influence, the committee downlevels the offer from L5 to L4 to mitigate organizational risk. They aren't saying you cannot write software. They are saying you haven't proven you can lead teams through technical ambiguity. Understanding these leveling dynamics lets you play the offer negotiation game with insane precision. Data reveals that deliberately applying one level below your perceived fit roughly doubles your interview pass rate, giving you massive leverage during offer construction. However, you must keep an eye on compensation structures. Amazon's backloaded stock schedule of 5, 15, 40, and 40% over 4 years understates your steady-state annual compensation by nearly 30% in year 1, unless you negotiate a massive upfront signing bonus. If you want to master these exact salary negotiation counter offers, grab the salary negotiation course linked in the description below so you never leave equity on the table. Leveling at Faang isn't about how fast you type or how many lead code hard problems you memorized. It is about the scope of ambiguity you can comfortably swallow without suffocating your team. If this breakdown saved you from getting down-leveled or walking into an up or out trap, drop a like and subscribe to the channel right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.